Make me feel fine.
All right, we're live.
And it's a karaoke episode.
Yeah, it was like a medley or something going on there.
Every episode lasts long enough to do two things. One, have a musical episode where everyone sings the entire thing. Buffy did it. And also have an episode where they jump a shark. Or in your case, a kraken.
Let's be honest, that Buffy episode was the best episode they ever did.
It was pretty good. Mm-hmm.
I only know about it. I have not seen it.
Once More with Feeling, so good. You need to watch it. Even
I have played the Buffy role-playing game.
Oh, I want to play that.
It is actually, and maybe I'm having a nostalgic feeling for it because RPGs back then are not the same as they are now. They've gotten better over time, in my opinion. But
it's 4th edition rules, isn't it?
No, I think it was before 4th edition. But when I played it, it was pretty good.
Okay.
I don't think it was a D20. I think it was based on a different gaming system, but I don't remember off the top of my head. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome to Circulus, a homebrew Dungeons & Dragons campaign. I am your host and DM for the evening. They call me Crash. Damn it, Crash. And with me are a collection of adventurers and ne'er-do-wells, including Chris. Chris, who are you playing this evening?
I am playing Vexaron Silver, the half-elf ranger.
We also have Tom. Tom, who are you playing?
Tom's walking his dog.
He is playing responsible pet owner this evening.
Mm-hmm. But he will be playing Pankaram Deepcroft, gnome barbarian.
There we go. We also have Jen. Jen, who are you playing?
I'm playing Meepo Chipclaw, and she is a kobold sorcerer.
And we also have Matt. Matt, who are you playing?
I am playing Aristobulus Ravenscroft, human wizard.
And Eric would be playing Obame, the dwarf cleric, but he is enjoying a UFC tournament with his lovely wife. So he does not wish he could be here because he's having a lot more fun.
Yep.
We'll have to tell him that his character died this episode.
We do that every week.
Not every week. He got back right at the end last time, so we already knew that his character hadn't died. Logan will also be joining us shortly-ish. He's just going to be a little bit late, but he'll be playing Phoenix, a Dragonborn Paladin, and or Narcissist, and or Destroyer of Wagons, if I can speak properly. All of those things, pretty much. All right, so in our last episode... and if you have not watched the last episode, cover your ears because, spoilers, Fred was a dragon. Also, yep. Snape kills Dumbledore. But never mind about that. And the cake was a lie.
The cake was always a lie.
And the birds were chirping, which is great because we've got some ambience here. I don't have to pay extra for that. It just comes naturally. That's awesome.
Well, then I won't mute them. So
yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm totally okay with birds in the background, to be honest.
Yeah, they're happy adorable. Little cockatiels. Yeah, there's 5 of them, and not all of them sing. 2 of them sing pretty regularly, so I think we're hearing 2. And when one starts, the rest tend to jump in. So they're singing medleys over there. So we have a musical episode once more.
And I'm using headsets, so I don't have to worry about my cat hearing bird sounds coming from the computer because he has attacked the screen more than once already.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your cat is violent.
He is, but he's very easily spooked. He has attacked light switches in my home and turned on hallway lights. But then suddenly the lights are on, and that scares him, so he runs and hides under the bed.
Aww.
I know.
Such a strange little kitty.
That's the cutest thing.
It's adorable, and I'm so glad that I've watched him do this more than once because there have been times where I've come home and just seen that the lights were on in the apartment, and I would kind of get freaked out if I didn't know it was him.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so backtracking just a little bit. So, like I said, Fred was a dragon. There was a bit of shock and surprise and combat. You did not manage to recover the focus. A dragonborn spellcaster of some kind beat you to it, tried to teleport away, and for some strange reason, Ari decided that she shouldn't be allowed to.
She had our focus.
Yes. And so she ended up leaving anyway, but leaving because an enraged red dragon went full bore through the space that she was occupying.
That tends to be fatal.
It was fatal for the dragon. But
I didn't say for whom.
She managed to disentangle herself from the wreckage and escaped with focus in hand. The party was, however, able to make it back to Coomridge safely using a messenger beetle created by the gnomish inventor Fiddlepunch. Not with their reward, but with a decent amount of, shall we say, consolation prizes. Now we're at a very tough point in the adventure because it's time for Ari to go home.
No.
I know. So he's going to pack up some dirty laundry to take home. He's planning on raiding the fridge once he gets there, I'm sure.
After that red dragon, yeah, I need to change some shorts.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, I did not want that image in my brain. But in-game, Ari has some additional spells that he now has the funds to transcribe into his spell book. And if I remember correctly, we were talking about this during the week. It's going to take, rounding up, about 6 days to do that. So the party has a bit of downtime before we head out again. So let's go down the list, because this is kind of important. What's Vex doing?
Vex is fixing his bow. Vex is very much so fixing his bow. And he's dumping a spell slot into it as well and working with that. So that's what he's going to be doing for the next little bit. When he's not doing that, he's going to be going on endeavors with Ponk to try and sort some stuff out, because he ain't going to go and deal with Ari's tyrant of a mother, because he will end up killing her.
Yeah, that conversation has also been had.
Yes.
Is Tom back yet?
I am here.
Yes.
All right, awesome. So while we're on the subject, what is Ponk doing in Coomridge?
Punk is probably going to save his money. Actually, he really wants to get a farm. He wants to get a spot, a little place of their own, shall we say? Yep. So he is probably skulking about, checking places out, and just enjoying some downtime.
Okay, so he wants a farm, some place where he might be able to grow some crops, pet some sheep, run a gambling business on the side.
Exactly.
Place for Shepherd to run around and be happy.
Yeah, just be away from the man, And
purchase and sell unusual goods.
Yeah, he's even thinking about a wagon repair shop.
I do believe there's a market for that. Oddly enough,
he is a mechanic by trade. So
there has been rumors of a certain dragonborn-like creature just breaking wagons everywhere.
I know, so. and canonically, the reason why he has a giant can opener and the giant monkey wrench, which he has dubbed the can opener, is because he was using it to fix wagons.
Exactly, and he wanted to get spare parts from said wagon. In episode 0, I believe. Yes,
episode 0. It did have 2 good axles before Phoenix rolled really well.
Exactly. So yeah, so that's what he's going to be up to.
Okay, what's Meepo doing?
Meepo wants to go play with her friend Ellie so they can do sorcerer stuff.
All right, you go on an adventure.
Yay!
And the adventure becomes more exciting when you realize that the magical lights that are set up around Coomridge, in the keep itself, but also in the town of Coomridge Keep, you can cast prestidigitation on those, and then they shoot out rainbows.
Oh, fun.
And a good time is had until Ellie's dad, the Lord Idris, catches you and gives you a very stern talking to about why we don't do that. However, give me an insight check.
Okay, roll 20. Got a 16.
That's
I add
plenty
anything.
good enough.
Okay, sure.
Even without adding a modifier to it. The entire time he is lecturing you, he is trying very hard not to laugh out loud.
Well, I'm sure we could find something else to prestidigitate.
And I'm sure there are plenty of other adventures that, for the sake of brevity, we're not going to detail, but you two are really enjoying yourselves.
I have a sorcerer friend. Yay!
You do.
Yay.
Sorcerer sisters.
Yes.
Okay, and I will ask Logan what Phoenix does later once he has joined us. Obame hangs out with his fellow dwarves, and we'll worry about that later. Oh, I see a Logan in Discord.
Yes, you do.
Are you ready for your pop quiz?
Sure.
Okay. If I have 3 wagons, and you spend... Never mind. There's got to be a math question.
Dang it.
Okay, so it's about 6 days, give or take, before everyone who is accompanying Ari to his mom's place in Adrolanka heads out. What do you do in Coomridge during those 6 days?
Plan on finding your grand special, I guess. No, I won't pray.
Okay, so you spend that time in religious devotion. You realize that your congregation will seek you out. And they do. They are in need of guidance and possible assistance in creating the abbey/monastery that they want to make.
With a nice wagon stained glass as the church symbol.
However you direct them, they're willing to go with it, but they are very short on funds and manpower, or dragon power, as it were.
Don't worry, after 5 sessions, I'll give them a small one of a million gold.
Okay. Good luck with that. Okay, but you spend your time praying and helping out your congregation. All right. So the 6 days have come and gone. Ari's ready to go. We do have a bit of a problem because it sounds like Punk isn't really interested in heading out. He wants to buy the farm, but not in the way that Americans talk about buying farms. And Vex is working on fixing a bow that's going to take more than 6 days to fix. So it sounds like you two aren't coming along.
No, Punk is going to stay behind. It's probably better he stays away from Ari's family.
Yeah, and
same with Vex.
Yeah, and from what I've heard,
would like to stay away from his family.
this is also true. That is also true. And from what I've heard, nothing bad ever happens from splitting the party.
No, never.
No. And actually, with Vex staying behind, you might actually be able to procure a third set of horses.
Oh, I'm sure we can get horses.
Yes, but this set of horses we hopefully will not lose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're
You know, 'cause
recognizing
somebody else
Vex
might
at
lose
this
their
point as the guy who was like, "Oh yeah, we'll take good care of these horses this time, really." And then you lost him again.
Yeah,
I've given up on the idea of having horses because we're always going to lose them.
yeah, we need to get like some magical thing or something that can just.
That's
We need a
exactly
flying
what he's
carpet.
trying
That's
to
what
work
we need.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wondrous figurines that turn into steeds.
We need a carpet.
Brooms of flying.
Oh, dex checks for everybody,
Yeah.
followed by dex
And that is
saves.
when I will tinker things to make that not be a thing.
Anyone hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can hear you.
Yeah, we heard you.
Okay.
Your mic is fixed. Fantastic. All right. So,
And there was great rejoicing.
yay.
So
Yeah.
I do have a small amount of bookkeeping to at least before we head out. Ari would need to sell the books in order to get all the spells he wanted.
Okay.
So I don't know how much I would be able to sell those dozen or so books for.
The,
If he's
the
unable
Aegis-
to sell them, will he buy them?
Oh, well, you've seen their libraries. They are avid
Yeah.
collectors of books. And some of the books that you have are incredibly rare, as in they're the only copies on Circulus.
Excellent.
Because they
And
were
they would
written
love
by
to have
people
these.
who've never been to Circulus.
Exactly.
And I'm not giving him. I'm not giving him the
Yeah.
book that's about the sword cost.
No, I don't care about that one. As far as I'm concerned, the books that I already grabbed out of the Dragon's Library are sufficient. It boils down to that I need a few extra coin to get all the spells he wanted, and I just need to figure out exactly how much they're willing to pay him for them, or if they're willing to trade value for spells to be scribed.
In a lump
they've done
sum, the books that you show them, they're willing to pay 2,500 gold for those books.
Buy us a farm.
Okay, well, here's the thing: is I didn't need that much, so that might be possible.
Yay!
Because Ari does have a small fortune of his own, not that much. All right, so let me see. Let me do some quick maths.
It might be. It might get to the point where Ari is the only nobleman that Vex actually likes.
I thought I
There
impressed
is-
him when I picked the lock.
There is
he
the
does.
possibility that they might resell some of these books for a higher price.
That's okay with Ari, because I'm sure he'll trade him with other knowledge or sages, in and around the world. All right,
Punk can steal them back,
Well, Punk, you
and then we
find
just keep selling them.
Punk in
Yeah.
your portable hole, you find that Ari missed a book.
Uh-oh.
There is one book in there. It's called Varia.
6.
It appears to be a collection of poems.
Written
You're
by a
not sure how much
madman.
it's worth.
It's probably not worth much. Hey, in here, written by some mortal.
Yeah. McNeilus?
something. Something.
McNelly? You can't read it very well.
Yeah.
20. Give me 1 sec.
I think it's even less than 100 pages. So
All right, this actually works very well then. All right, so if Ari had, with the 2,500 he got from Lord Idris, along with his own personal funds, minus the spells he wishes to scribe before leaving, that will leave 2,443 available just from his personal funds. Ari is willing to loan you guys that $2,000, less any. It'll leave him with 443 to try to travel with. Do you guys have any of your own funds to
I have
purchase?
600 gold on me.
Okay.
yeah, I was willing to kick in like 400. So
All right. So,
So-
if
We'll
Ari
discuss the
kicks
interest
in,
rates later.
if Ari kicks in 1,500 of the 2,000 y'all need,
And then we do 250 each.
right? That should be enough for you guys.
Yep.
That will
rent
then
anybody
still
else.
leave him 943 back in his own personal budget.
okay.
Mr. DM, I think we just bought a farm.
Congratulations, you're the proud owners of a farm.
Yay!
and 2 metal employees
Yay!
that are really good at guarding. Well, reasonably good at guarding. Well, okay, you've never seen them successfully guard anything because you kicked their butts the first time you met them.
We did quite hard.
Yes.
But we're adventurers, and we're now on the edges of a town. Hopefully, we won't get too many other adventurers.
Let's put it this way. If there's another goblin raid, they could easily handle the goblins.
But I want to be notified if a shaman shows up.
Yes.
She is
We
mine.
both do. We both want to be notified if a goblin shaman shows up.
All right. Well, we'll work out the details for maintenance costs and fees for employees at a later time.
Okay.
I'm otherwise now ready to head back, leave to go back home. The deal is Lord Idris is amenable to a trade agreement with his flowers in exchange essentially for whatever Coomridge needs that the Ravens crops they need. Oh, they want actual cash. Okay, I thought they were looking for goods.
Goods are good
metal.
Too. They can get that with cash.
Okay, they're flush with cash. No, I'm sorry, they need cash, right?
Yeah, it's and yes, they just gave you a ton of money.
Oh yeah,
but
I'm not.
They're going to recoup those losses by reselling a lot of those books.
Right.
They collect a whole bunch
around the world.
They have contacts where they'd be able to get some decent prices for those.
Okay, that works for me. That said, so our deal with the trade agreement we are going to work out with Lord Idris is he will sell us the magical flowers, and then my family will then work with them to distribute those around areas of Circulus.
Pretty much.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I lost my notes on what that was all about. Other than that's why I was originally sent here. Although given the what we discovered when he got here, I'm beginning to wonder if Mom didn't send me here for other purposes. not expecting that I would come home.
Well, my understanding is your initial thought when she sent you off on this mission was that you were going to be out of her way for a significant amount of time.
And I was for a better part of a year, I believe.
Oh yeah.
I think. Okay. All right. So then with what did I say, 943 gold. Who is now joining Ari on the trip back to Adralanka?
Can I go? I want to meet your people.
I would go as well because there'd be more wagon followers.
That may be true.
I'm gonna stay out. I have a feeling that your mother and I won't see eye to eye.
Well, here's the thing: is none of you are human, so she's automatically going to hate all of you.
Yeah, so there's probably going to be an arrow with her name on it if I go. So I'll stay here and work on the farm.
Okay.
And help set that up.
That's fine with me.
As he's making arrows and repairing his bow, Vex just casually asks, "Sorry, oh, by the way, what's your mom's name again?" just
Wouldn't you like to know?
While I'm describing some details onto this arrow.
While I'm just sorting out some arrows, what's her name?
Mom.
Down. Mom. Yeah, no.
Mom.
That witch.
And then you pull out an arrow later and say, "Oh wait, this is the wrong one." It says "Wow."
It says head note.
I'm only supposed to use that in a blizzard.
Let's be honest, Vex is that dumb.
All right, so Meepa wants to go, and Phoenix wishes to go.
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
He will try to warn you as much as possible about Adralanka. Along the way, it is a town full of thieves and cutthroats, and keep an eye on your purse. Hopefully we won't need to go into town at all, as my family's estates are essentially on the outskirts, if you will. But hopefully we'll avoid it if we can. That's all he'll say.
Obame is also accompanying you. He says something about if he doesn't one or all of you is going to end up being a small red puddle on the ground.
He's having visions.
Or everyone I see is going to turn into crisps.
No, he just knows us very well.
He's cast enough healing spells on the party.
Let's be honest, though. I think the majority of his healing spells have been on the puppy.
I got lay on hands, though.
This is true. This is true, but that does not dissuade Obame from saying he's coming along anyway.
Right.
In part because if I don't have Obame come along, Eric might get a little upset with me in the next session when he's hanging out in Coomridge doing nothing.
Accurate.
Very accurate.
You can hire security guards.
I can always strap my backpack to his legs and just run away.
That's a horrible idea. Well,
No, I know.
So you head out. You do manage to procure more horses. This time you promise you'll bring them back. Really, for real this time.
You've said that twice now.
This is the third time you've gotten horses. And hopefully the first time you return with them.
Is Miko big enough to ride a horse?
She's riding a pony.
Oh, cool, a pony. I'm going to name it Sparkle and maybe make its hair purple.
In my head canon, you have used prestidigitation to create a cutie mark on the back paunch of the pony.
Perfect. Yeah.
And I'm upset that I know what that is.
I don't even know what that is, and I'm the gay one.
That's why.
No, it's the toy line, which is also owned by Hasbro, which owns Wizards of the Coast. So crossover stuff is applicable. The My Little Pony toy line, the pictures that they put on basically the horse's butt is called a cutie mark. But never mind about that.
Sounds like a wagon on my butt.
No one is willing to check. And that right there is going to end up being a Twitch clip. Okay. So the beginning of your trip is incredibly uneventful. You have the same terse moment of traveling through Gore's Gate, where the work details that are still there, trying to clear out what rubble they can, bury remains as they find them. They just sort of stare at you as you go by. They're all filthy from working through the day. You are all relatively clean because you've only been traveling for 3 days at this point. You sort of silently go past them and not say anything.
Bummer, I'm not allowed to add one spell.
Yeah, Gore's Gate is eventually going to be rebuilt. It's at a crossroads, so trade does go through there, but they're not at the point where they can do that yet. They just don't have the manpower for it. You continue down the long road because it circumnavigates most of Circulus. So it's well maintained for the most part. It's easy to travel. There will be a point later on where you veer off and head north to Adrolanka, but it's much easier to go this way. As you travel for a few days, you get to the point where it begins to get a lot foggier. If, let's say, like there's one morning where you wake up and you think, well, it's kind of foggy, but that'll burn off as the day goes on. It's kind of warm out, so that'll be fine. And the fog doesn't burn off. You can see maybe about 60, 70 feet before it's just looming shadows that could be anything. And then you end up in Barovia. No, you don't.
You're the worst.
I'm not going to do that to you. I only realized
Barovia.
I only just realized that having it be foggy would make it sound like you were going to go to Barovia, but no, you are not going to Barovia. Not yet. Or are you? No, you're not.
Why?
Or are you?
No one believes you anymore, Crash.
Well, some of the party members recognize where you are because you are getting fairly close to where Phoenix acquired his fixation on wagon smashing.
Oh!
Yeah. I made
It's
a
like my
Twitch
home.
clip of that also. It's
Time to make
wonderful,
another
man.
question bit. Where's the wagon?
Well, you're not there yet. You're recognizing the area, although it has changed. Before, the woods didn't look very nice, but they look a lot worse now. There's a lot more decay. The ground is a bit squishier anytime you get off the road. There are plenty of mushrooms around. There is, like, the air just smells like something is rotting. It's a mixture of smelling animal decay and plant decay. It is a smorgasbord of rotting odors. And you find other smashed wagons, ones that Phoenix didn't get to. They are pre-smashed wagons.
Who dare do this?
Some of them appear to have wintered over, but some of them look fresh.
Can I like? I don't know.
This is Dungeons and Dragons. Tell me what you want to do, and I'll say if you need to roll.
Can I look what's around me?
Sure, give me a perception check.
3 is gonna cut it.
You see fog and trees and broken wagons.
Well, I'm just gonna walk forward.
You don't have to walk forward. You're on a horse. Unless you want to
Horse
dismount
ride
and
forward.
examine the stuff. That's okay, too.
Yeah, I'll examine it from
Okay.
the ground.
The marks on the wagons look familiar to you. It looks like these wagons were also attacked by twig blights, the same tree creatures that you encountered the last time you were on this stretch of road. Back in episode
Okay.
0.
Oh,
At this point, you are aware that you have grown considerably in power since then, so you don't think that twig blights would be a problem unless the entire forest was twig blights. Then they might be a slight inconvenience.
yeah, I'll just get back on the horse.
Okay.
None of this damage looks new. It looks all old and
Some of it's new, some of it's old.
some of it. Okay.
It
And,
sorry.
oh, sorry. I was going to talk. Phoenix. What did you see? Anything important?
Nothing really.
Okay.
Ari, you are aware enough of the whole twig blight thing to realize you never really searched for the cause of the twig blights. You sort of actually no, you weren't here.
No, I wasn't.
You weren't part of the
Neither
party
was
at this
me.
point. You joined in Gore's Gate.
Yeah.
The only ones that
Meepo's
were
never
there
been
is-
Yeah.
The only ones that were there is Ponk and Obin.
Obame's the only one who would know.
No,
maybe
Phoenix and
anything.
Obin. Sorry.
Obame, Phoenix, and Ponk were all here.
This is my origin.
Yeah, it's an origin story. Obame makes a comment then that you never wiped out the cause of the twig blights. You fought a few and then immediately left. So whatever created those blights has spent the better part of a year, apparently, making new ones.
This is probably something we should check out because this is along the major trade road.
Based on how many wagons you see smashed, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We need to do something with this because if this is something I think Lord Idris might want us to check out, or at least if trade is going to be coming up and down this road, and it will, we need to do something to keep that flowing.
Okay. Well,
Let's
conveniently,
see.
you suddenly hear the sound of combat coming from up ahead.
Then let us investigate.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So you gallantly march off into the fog, and you encounter two. They look like incredibly large humans, like 7, 8, maybe 9 feet tall. They are bald, covered in tattoos. They're wearing different kinds of clothing. They're not dressed the same, but they look very similar. And I'm going to turn this over to the two people who I just introduced. What does the rest of the party see?
Tom, go first.
First one is a wearing kind of a brown cloak. He's a little hunched over for his height. He's only when he's hunched over, he's only about 7'2", and he has a quarterstaff that he's kind of leaning on to kind of help him stand upright.
Oh my gosh, he's a Vicrul.
And with his other hand, he's holding a wood blight. Is that what they were called?
Twig blight.
Twig blight. Arms are ripped off, and it's screaming. And it's like trying to bite at him. And you see this person's just kind of tilting his head back and forth, looking at it.
And the other one you see standing taller than this one, 7'7", wearing leather trousers with chain armor on the top, holding a great axe with a hand crossbow tied to his belt, covered in arm tattoos, and just towering over that same twig blade that his friend is holding.
How curious this is.
Shall we just put it out his misery?
Oh, be still, brother. We must take this and examine it.
Alright, you do your weird magic-y thing.
What language are they speaking?
I don't think you speak it.
Do I? I probably don't.
No, but Ari bought a spell. Part
Do
of what
any
he
of you
described.
speak giant?
No.
No.
I speak
think so.
fist.
The way of the fist.
Yeah, that's
There
the
you
verbal
go.
component for casting wagon.
These guys don't know, do we?
I'm sorry, what?
Second over.
Yeah, what?
Now,
They don't know
you
the
were
way.
not. No one said they were trying to be stealthy as they marched
No, we're
off
riding
towards the sounds of
horses.
combat.
We're generally not stealthy riding horses.
Horses
Right.
don't tend to be the stealthiest of animals. No.
No, they don't.
So everyone is very much aware of everyone else's presence here.
We're aware of you, don't worry.
You just don't care at the moment.
Just look up when I hear some sound and just kind of turn towards them.
So, Tom, for your
Mhm.
character, I would like you to make a strength check for me.
Strength check.
Yes.
All right. Ooh. I missed Punk already. Worked. 18.
Okay. So the
Spells.
twig blight sees an opening and tries to squirm a bit to bite you, but you manage to
Mhm.
hold on firmly.
Hold still, little one. I don't mean you any harm.
He says after he's
Yeah.
already ripped off both of its arms.
He's gonna just like with his other hand. He's just gonna he's gonna just kind of tap it a little, staff. Just like
So-
tap its head a little bit.
And while
kill
he's
it.
doing that I've seen
Aw.
these four coming over to us, I'm just gonna move in between my friend and them. So I'm in front.
He
For the
killed
record,
it.
it was kind of like the albino from Princess Bride. You jogged its memory just a bit too hard.
Actually, never saw that movie.
Oh, you got to see that.
Let's not get into
Okay.
it. I am that guy who has no interest in watching it. So
Okay, that's fine.
he's just gonna be like, I'm sorry, I failed you, and he just kind of drops it on the ground.
What's left of the corpse just shatters into splinters.
So he just sees these people coming, and he just kind of waves his arm.
So they're tall.
And Mako says, "Hello." Waves.
Hello.
Hail, fellow travelers.
Hello, travelers.
He will speak in common.
Yes, we reply in common. Don't worry.
Okay.
Stay a while and listen.
Yes. Sadly, that's where
That's the inspiration.
Yeah. Deckard Cain without a beard.
The best part about this is I know someone was streaming Diablo 3 this morning.
That would be me. That's why I'm tired today. Yeah.
All right. Are you gonna take 1 hour to walk from one place to another since you're Deckard Cain?
Probably.
What are you talking about? We're still in the middle of the cutscene.
Yeah, exactly.
Still the cutscene.
So if we've just met Deckard Cain, there should be skeletons right about.
Well, twig blights.
Twig blights.
They'll do. They'll do.
Good day to you.
Good day, good fellows. What brings you out in this fog?
This horrible infestation.
The twig blights.
We're gonna clean it up.
We're getting rid of them.
Well, that's very good.
You
we
can
be of
see-
assistance?
You can see about 16 things that you can recognize as destroyed twig blights, and possibly more. Some of them may have burst into their component parts from a side swipe of something, but there's at least 16 corpses lying around at this point.
Right. Well, you've done quite a good job already. Do you know whether there is a larger infestation?
That's what he's trying to figure out.
Perhaps we could be of some assistance then.
Are you of here?
We are from a town to the north.
Editor's note, technically to the east.
East, okay. Sorry. I wasn't sure on the map. Yeah. I know Adrelanca is south of Coomridge. That's about it.
No, north is
north.
Wagonville.
Clarification that he just got it wrong. I was actually about to do an inside check because I knew that was wrong.
Well, for the record, and this is going from a map and description that Matt, Ari's player, has given me. Adrelanca is to the west and north of where you are now. It is a coastal city, but it's on the interior coast of the giant ring that makes Circulus.
I thought Coomridge was farther north.
It is further east.
East, yeah, because it's the giant C shape.
Yeah,
right.
But the long road goes and it follows the curve of Circulus, so you have to go south and then north. You could make a beeline for it, but you'd be going through wilderness and some roads that aren't as well maintained. It actually slows you down.
Okay. We want to travel the civilized routes.
Well, you were until you got here.
Until we got here, yes. All right. So yeah, I'll correct that. Whatever. I don't have the map in front of me, so he would have just said from wherever. He would have given a general direction of where Coomridge was.
I have never been to Coomridge.
Obame says
really
most people
nice.
haven't.
Yeah, most people have not due to the. Well, let's not talk about that. It's safe there now.
He's like The Walking Dead all over again.
He's gonna pull back his hood. He's a relatively young-looking man, probably about 32 years old, but his voice just sounds very weary. Like it's more the mileage than the years. Like he's just been through a lot.
He's been to a lot of heavy metal concerts.
Yes.
I know the player knows the race. Ari may not know what these guys are. However, he's at this point if they don't exist in Circulus as a whole, he's already aware of some dimensional slipping between another world and here. So he may kind of assume that they're not from Qumran or not from Circulus if they're not a particular race that is native to us.
You in your lifetime, Ari, have seen humans that were quite large before. Right. Especially in Adrolanka, that they were frequently hired as higher level thugs because they could smash things really easily. Mm-hmm. So not knowing what a Goliath is, you don't immediately think, oh, wow, this is a totally different race. Right. No, but they look, I know they look a little off, aside from their height. Well, their skin's a bit grayish, yes. Yeah, but that give me that to him wouldn't necessarily be any clear indicator. But you want me to make a roll? Yeah, give me an insight check. Okay. So that is an 8, and that goes to he's trained, I think. Yes, +4, so that goes to 12. You're not 100% sure that they're not human, but you have an inkling that they're not human. Well, I think their size alone would give me that, but or at least him that. So maybe their mom cooks really, really well.
I'm just big boned.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm big bone and I can't help.
So for the record, Logan, you have just now lost your point of inspiration.
Aww.
No.
He kind of look at Meepo a little bit. He's like,
hold on. Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Is that a kobold?
Uh-huh. I'm a kobold.
Dear goodness, a kobold. And he's going to kind of just start walking slowly over towards them.
It's weird to see one of them out in the day.
It's very strange. And he's just going to kind of reach his hand out towards her. Like not threatening.
She reaches back to shake hands.
Good to meet you. I am Orth Ironmaw.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Orth.
Oh, you may call me Orth.
Okay, I am Meepo.
Meepo. And how did you find yourself here, child?
I think I was born here. I had a clan of, but I think they came from somewhere else. But I've always been here.
Tilta says, somewhere else?
Mm-hmm. I don't know, though. They didn't really... I don't remember. I was too little.
He's going to turn around and go and look at Akari, his character.
You think?
Somewhere else.
Interesting. Tell me, little one. Do your clan speak of dragons?
Uh-huh, yeah. We worship the Great One. And Mr. Phoenix is a Great One, but not the...
Offensive.
Dragon.
Well, that's come Dragonist. On now. That's not Dragonist.
And Orth does speak Draconic. So
cool.
He's going to say hello to Phoenix and Meepo in Draconic.
Oh, awesome.
Or makes a mental note. Another language to learn.
We can talk about you while you're there.
I've got another one for you, so don't worry about that.
I already know my 8th level feat.
He's just going to be learning language after language after language. They're not going to be able to say anything behind my back ever.
No.
So
he does want to. He does want to be able to talk to Fenix and Meepo in their own language. That's one.
Orth is going to then walk over to Ari and then greet him because he hasn't talked to him yet. Great, sir.
Good day, sir.
And you are from here as well?
I am native to this world. I am Aristobulus. You may call me Ari.
Ari, it's grand to meet you, sir.
It is pleasing to meet you as well. Tell me, are you aware of a place called, and has Ari heard, he knows Vex and Obane come from a place called Faerun.
We've said Faerun multiple times.
You've said it. So at this point, this is the only other world that he knows. And he knows Meepo's clan came from there, and he knows that the goblins, I think, came from there too.
No, the goblins are native.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Meepo, Vex, and Ponk as well. Ponk and Obane, all from the other world. And and Obane. All right. So to rephrase, pray tell, do you come from a place called Faerun?
No, we don't actually.
No.
Okay.
Our home was called Exandria.
I have not heard of this place.
We're from the continent of Taldore upon Alexandria.
We come from a land down under.
It's quite interesting that you know about other things like this.
I have friends who are guests from their homeworld. And
Like
they
the
seek a way
kobold.
home. Huh?
Like the kobold.
But her clanmates, I believe, were from
Some of them were.
Faerun.
Some were born here, and some were from there.
Obane points out that he's from Faerun.
Yeah. I forgot he was there because he's AFK.
He will. He will greet Obame too, even though he's not there.
They have a discussion, which will be retconned later.
Okay.
The funny thing, I think giants and dwarves use the same alphabet.
Yeah, runes. So,
They don't talk the same language, but they write the same language.
yeah.
I'm Kargoth, by the way.
Hello,
That
Mr.
anyone
Kargoth.
asked.
Kargoth?
Yep.
I was allowing you to introduce yourself, brother.
Whatever works.
Everyone give me a perception check at disadvantage, except for Ari, because he has a robe of eyes.
Okay.
Does it have to do with smell or sound?
It has to do with sight or sound.
Or
How do you do disadvantage?
Would I just do a normal roll then?
I guess
Roll
so.
two 20s and take the lower.
Okay.
Perception.
I rolled a 16 and a 17. 16.
16 is good enough.
I rolled a 12.
6.
Ari got a 10, which goes to 14.
Okay. You hear crying.
Brother.
What was that?
What? I hear nothing.
It sounds like
Somebody's
a
sad.
small child crying.
Somebody's lost.
Do I know what direction it's coming from?
To the north.
I book it.
Ari follows immediately.
Okay.
Follows his brother.
Not very far from where you are. Matter of fact, Ari, you almost missed seeing her. She was close enough that you would have been able to pick her out in the fog, but for some reason you kind of missed her. There is a small child sort of huddled up against a tree trunk, not facing you. She's got her head covered with her arms, and she is very obviously translucent.
Oh.
Religion check?
Joining them.
Yep. Good.
What?
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Would that be religion? Yeah.
That's a good question. I'll allow it.
I don't think I have anything to roll this one.
15.
I would also allow a survival check for that.
Either way,
Survival check?
Survival.
13
Okay.
plus 4, 17.
Okay, I rolled the 5, and survival is +1. So 6. 4, yeah. I think.
Okay. This appears to be a ghost. What kind of ghost? You're not entirely certain, but this is not a creature that is among the living. She appears to be a young girl. From what you can tell, it's a human girl. Maybe around Ellie's age, but it's hard to tell when she's curled up like this against the tree trunk. She has long black hair, and she is wearing a white dress that is stained and torn.
She didn't step out of the TV, did she?
She did not step out of a TV.
Okay.
Just fly on the roof.
You did not watch any video of a well.
Okay.
Okay, then.
can I slowly walk up to her? Just with my hands stretched out, not aggressively or threateningly, just kind of,
Okay.
little one, are you okay? See if she responds any kind of way.
She makes a startled squeak of surprise. And let me check something here. Oh, hey, yeah. All right, so immediately sort of bolts around, climbs up Phoenix's back, and is sort of just like hanging onto his back and shivering.
Not what I expected.
Come down, child.
She's still sniffling.
It's okay. They're nice people.
You lost, darling.
Yeah.
Have you lost your family?
Yeah.
There's
The
nothing
tree
to
thing
cry
got
about.
them.
The
trees
tree
got them.
thing.
Mr. Hoots tried to stop them, but
Mr. Who?
Mr. Hoots is my friend.
Where is your friend?
I don't know.
Describe him to me, please.
He's big and fluffy,
Big and fluffy.
and he likes tea parties.
Maybe we could find him.
Yeah. You want us to find Mr. Hoots for you?
You do that?
Always.
Big and fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
What
He's-
color is he?
Brown. With
Okay.
little white bits on his head.
Okay. Maybe we'll find him.
Okay. Kargoth, when you offer to find Mr. Hoots, she climbs down Phoenix's back and climbs up yours.
Okay.
All right. What do you do?
Can I look for tracks for anything that's out of the ordinary for this area?
You find a lot of tracks. You don't even have to roll to find tracks.
Mm-hmm. But are there any of these tracks useful?
Well, they appear to be blight tracks, and they've been coming from the north.
Okay.
But those are the most recent tracks. You do realize that and I'm not saying this to be sarcastic, but Kargoth realizes that ghosts don't leave footprints usually.
Yeah, but maybe it was a physical being that was our friend, that was all.
Well, Mr. Hoots isn't here.
Mm.
Orth is still confused what a Mr. Hoots is. He has no concept of toys. He's looking around for an owl.
Come on then, let's go see if we can find him. And I start heading north.
Okay.
Come, friends, follow.
Two.
Of course, I'm last, so I'm telling a story by the time you guys get there. So
Okay. So give me a survival check, and let me know if you get a 15 or higher.
I got a 15.
16.
Plus something.
16.
Okay, you find some bear tracks.
That's more like it. Are they heading away from where we were, or
90-degree angle, more or less.
okay?
They
Start
crossed the
following
path
them.
of the other tracks that you were following.
Start following those tracks.
Okay. You find a bloody mess.
Okay.
Oh.
There is a shallow ravine that at one point was probably a small creek bed. But it's dried up now, except for some puddles that might just be condensation from all the fog that is still surrounding the area. And in this depression in the ground, you see the body of a human girl who looks very familiar to the shivering ghost that is currently still holding on to Kargoth's back. You can actually feel the pressure of her holding onto your back. You're not quite sure how that works, but you haven't dealt with a lot of ghosts.
Child, you have fallen.
I'm still holding on pretty hard.
Yeah, she really is.
There's nothing to be afraid of. Perhaps we can help you.
You hear the hoot of an owl.
Okay, he looks around.
A lumbering form comes out of the fog. Your first thought is, it's a bear.
Or it's an owl.
But the head of it is not that of a bear.
As it's coming out, I put the kid down.
Yep.
The girl yells, "Mr. Hoots!" and she runs over and goes to give Mr. Hoots a hug.
We found her friend. Yay!
I don't think it's her friend.
I think it's hungry.
Oh.
He's gonna. Orths is just gonna kind of just kind of step. He's just kind of tapping the body with his.
He goes near the body and
mess up.
You hear a low. It's like the cross between a growl and a hoot.
Okay, he's just gonna
He's mad.
He's just gonna look at the thing and be like, "Silence, beast."
It gets louder, and it's directed totally at Earth.
Did you kill this child?
No, he didn't. It was the trees.
Speak true, beast. You're going to look at the body. Does it look like it's been clawed up? I mean, like big claws, not, twig blade claws.
Um,
Can you make like an investigation check or?
there's a lot of damage. Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
I would also accept medicine.
Actually, that would be much better. He's going to go all CSI.
At disadvantage because anytime you move towards this
Right.
body, the Mr. Hoots gets a bit more aggressive.
Okay. Even with disadvantage, I got a 22.
Yeah.
The roll was a 24.
If an owlbear was attacking a little girl, you'd see more missing pieces.
Okay. All right.
There's some wounds that appear to have been made by needles. There's some parts that look like she was whipped.
Oh.
Or tied somehow. This is not a happy occasion.
Okay. He'll quit poking the body, and he'll say, "The girl speaks true. The beast did not kill her.
You're sure?
These wounds did not come from a child's sinister work at hand. This poor child was tortured. Who did this to you, child?"
The trees. Tree people.
Small ones.
They were bigger than me. That doesn't narrow it down.
I was going to say.
Not for her
From
side.
Nico's perspective, everything's big, so it's
Yeah.
probably her perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
Or are they bigger than Mr. Hoots?
Not the ones I saw. I think there might have been more.
I
My
beg your
whole house
forgiveness,
shook.
spirit.
Obame, perhaps some proper religious rites may be in order.
Obame has the same difficulty getting to the body.
Yeah. Well,
He also looks more bite-sized to an owlbear.
Hey, little girl, what's your name?
but
We didn't
at
ask.
least say some prayers. Something. I mean, maybe not necessarily touch it, but at least maybe say some kind of religious thing. Ari's not good with that.
He doesn't have that spell prepared.
No, he does not have that spell prepared. And religion is the one knowledge skill that I purposely did not take.
I
It
do.
fits with your backstory.
Yeah.
Little girl, what's your name? My name's Meepa.
And
Hi, Anne.
she's on your back now.
She's on Meepa's back?
Yeah. She just like climbing up people's backs and hugging.
How
from
big
behind.
is that?
Well, she's a ghost. You can feel pressure.
Oh, she can just hang out?
You can
Okay.
feel pressure, but she's not really adding a lot of weight to you.
Oh, okay. Okay,
I'm
Anne,
looking
you
through
can hang
Obame's
out and be
spells
my...
to see if he has. I know there's a cleric spell that's specifically used for like services and stuff.
Ceremony. It was in one of the new books. I think Xanthar's.
Yeah, he does not have that one. So
Yeah.
Doesn't have it prepared.
he says
Yeah,
a
he
generic spell.
Yeah. I'm not looking for anything major. Just at least a few nice, kind words. I don't know if that
actually-
owlbear is going to be real helpful. We're not going to be able to bury her.
And
Or-
and in all honesty, Obame is looking kind of shaken by this. His deity, if I remember correctly, it's Ilmater.
Yeah.
Elmater.
Is the god of those who suffer.
Yeah, she suffered clearly.
Yes. So he's looking kind of upset in a righteous fury type of way.
Yeah. He wants something to hit.
Orth is gonna kind of just wave over to his brother. He's like, "A word, brother." if you would.
Right. I kind of wander over.
Ari's going to start looking around. Yeah, Ari's going to start looking around for more tracks, seeing what else might be here, see if maybe he can collect other evidence, pointing in the direction of whatever attacked her might have gone.
Okay. Well, give me a survival check.
Okay.
And I'll let you roll at advantage because this involves sight.
Okay. All right.
Well,
so that is a 16 and a 20.
Okay.
So survival will go to 21.
There are
Not
plenty of
very good at it.
tracks that look like they would be made from feet. Sorry, my cat just tried to jump over my keyboard. Made from feet that are roots. They do go in various directions. There were a bunch that congregated right on Anne's corpse, but they're still predominantly coming from the north.
Did blood trail anywhere from here? Not towards, but from.
It looks like Anne ran to here, and this is where they caught up with her.
This is where, okay, and then they slaughtered her here.
Anne, where did you meet Mr.
Home?
Which way is home?
And she looks around. I don't know.
Okay.
It was dark, and I was running.
Okay, that's all right. We'll figure it out.
Ari, you see her footprints came from the north also.
Okay, so she fled south to here.
Yes.
And whatever chased her went back that way.
Yes.
Okay. So north is where we will head.
Earth, whatever his name is. I can't even say it.
Whatever you say is canon.
Earth is going to have a conversation with his brother. He's like, I can help her. I can bring the little one back.
Maybe not the right time.
But she suffers.
Both know that you're bringing them back isn't quite bringing them back.
He just seems utterly puzzled by this. Like, wouldn't you want to come back? But he'll even though he's the older brother, he'll just kind of nod at his brother. He's like, very well. Lead on, Ari.
And I say, just so north then.
What?
I just say out loud, so north then.
Yes.
Near as I can tell, the child fled here after receiving her wounds, and her attackers caught up with her here and then returned northwards.
Well, some tracks go north, most tracks go south.
Right. Which is where we came from?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to use Wild Shape and turn into perhaps a Bloodhound.
Okay. And gasps.
How do I do that? Do I need to roll something or?
No, Wild Shape's just a bonus action.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's a puppy.
Mr. Orth, are you a sorcerer?
Now
Not
he's
quite.
a dog. He can't talk.
Not quite.
Ari has heard about this kind of magic before, but he's never actually seen it.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
He's a bloodhound, but since he's a Goliath, he's probably more like a Great Dane, like Scooby-Doo size. So,
I'm picturing Beethoven the Saint Bernard.
yes.
In this short amount of time that you've had this conversation, there is already an additional puddle that's just drool.
Sounds like my dog. And I want to go over and sniff the tracks and see if I can kind of narrow down where she came from.
I actually join him in that and just kind of.
So you're going to go and sniff the corpse too?
Just for tracking.
Wait, you both shapeshift, or is he just smelling the body?
I trust me on this.
You just see this 7-foot-tall Goliath sniffing the ground.
You know what? They're not from this world. Ari's willing to give them a little benefit of the doubt, although he has seen shapeshifting before. Typically more of a werewolf shapeshifting, but hey.
So
dog is new.
You've done enough rolls that I'm not going to make you do another one right this second, but you're pretty sure you've picked up the scent.
Okay.
And unison, we book it.
As you start to go away, Meepo, you feel Anne hold on to you a bit tighter and says, "Take me home."
Okay, which way is home?
Take me home.
Hey guys, we need to take Anne. She wants to go home.
Works well.
And Meepo, you had been heading north with them.
Right.
That's when
Ari's following. As soon as the dog starts taking off, Ari's following the dog.
She's holding on to you quite tightly now. You're starting to have to struggle to breathe a little bit because her arms are around your neck. There's not much of Meepo
for
a little girl to hold on to, because Meepo's small too. So for her to be on Meepo's back, she had to wrap her arms around Meepo's neck, and she's holding tight enough that Meepo is now having some difficulty breathing. And it's getting worse the further north Meepo goes, where she has fallen behind at this point.
Oh.
And the brothers are too far ahead to realize this.
Don't leave me.
I won't leave you, Anne, but you need to stop squishing my neck, or I won't.
You're leaving me. Don't leave me.
Ari will drop back when Meepo is falling behind. He's not willing to leave her alone in this forest.
I'm not alone. I have Anne.
Yeah, but Anne is intangible.
What's intangible?
Oh, she seems quite tangible right now.
Yeah. She's like, what do you mean?
Kobold.
Leave me behind.
Creepy Doo is going to just turn, look back,
Don't leave me behind.
Anne, I won't leave you behind, I promise. But you have to quit squishing my neck.
Bark,
Come
bark,
back
bark.
Bark, bark.
Come back.
Squirrel.
Are we waiting or are we going?
There seems to be some problem with Anne.
Come back.
What?
So cold.
Anne? Are you okay?
Come back.
I'm right here,
Don't
Anne.
leave me.
I'm right here.
Creepy Doo trots over.
I walk over too.
Problem is, I think the player knows what's going on, but the character doesn't.
Nope.
We're not
give
leaving
me.
you.
Give me an insight check then.
Who, me?
Anyone who's trying to figure out why this ghost is saying don't leave me while she's holding on to you.
If we were playing Wraith the Oblivion, I think I could figure
15.
it out. But...
Yeah.
I know why, but Kargath doesn't.
Yeah.
Insight?
Okay,
Okay, I rolled 11 plus 4 for insight.
A 15 is high enough. Who rolled a 15? I heard
Okay.
someone say that.
Me.
Ari got a 15.
I rolled 16.
Okay.
I think I rolled a 15. Well, I rolled an 11 plus 4.
That's 15.
That's 15?
Okay, that's what
Okay.
I thought. All right.
There are two Anns. There's the Anne ghost and there's the Anne corpse.
Who's staying with the body?
No, Anne can't go far from the body.
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Who's staying with the body?
I'll go
bringing-
back. I'll go back.
Take me home.
Okay, Anne, we go. I start
Obame
going
should
back.
go. Obame should probably stay with you as well.
Okay, as you go back to the body, the owlbear has wandered off again.
Okay.
That's actually probably a good thing.
Yeah. Can I sense where he went? Can I smell where he went?
You smell that he's gone off, but he's you can't really smell in what direction, so you're assuming downwind, which would be westerly somewhere.
Okay.
With the owlbear gone, Obame, see if we can perhaps perform proper rites on her remains and
Okay.
put her to rest.
Obame goes to start that, and Anne says, "Not here. Not here. Take me home."
Home? She wants to go home, guys, but I don't know what home is. She says
home.
not here.
But she came from the north, so if we take her body back north, that may be sufficient for her.
Maybe. Anne, would that work for you?
Just
Take me home.
country road to the place where I belong.
I was thinking it.
God damn it.
Oh.
Glad I
I
wasn't
didn't
I
want
am
me to
bad,
understand.
and I should feel bad, but I don't.
No, because all of us thought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want, even though he can't say it right now, you could throw her body on top of Creepy Doo.
Is that going to work? How big is it? I mean,
He's
we have horses
gigantic.
too. We have horses.
Yeah, we're
Bring it up
horses.
towards
We
that.
can.
Put her on one of the horses.
Ari and Obame, I guess, will try to lift up what's left of her.
No, I do it.
You want to handle it?
Yeah.
Ari's more than willing to let you guys touch her.
She
Dead
is-
bodies are for other people, as far as he's concerned.
Okay, so Kargoth picks up.
Unless they're
Yeah.
dead wizards.
I am one of those people who will touch the dead.
Okay, so Kargoth picks up Anne's body. She is incredibly light and delicate, which you shouldn't be too surprised by this because she is the body of a little human girl. But you're still taken aback about how light and delicate she seems in your arms.
And I'm going to go follow Cargrass so that Anne doesn't freak out and squish me again.
You're not entirely certain that putting this body on the back of a horse would be a good idea.
No, it's probably we're gonna have to carry her somehow.
And Kargoth, when you pick up her body, Anne's ghost is immediately on your back.
Oh, well, there we are.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm like the Flash for my running.
Okay. So at this
Why don't we-
point,
Yeah.
what do you say we take a 5-minute break?
Groovy.
That's good.
We've gone past the 1 hour mark.
Oh,
some.
yeah, we have. All right,
Right back.
I'll be right back.
Okay, we're back.
Woo!
And we have a point of inspiration that has been purchased. So, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yes.
Oh no!
He is a
God
druid.
damn it.
That's his name now.
These are the elements that combine to make the avatar.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
That's his middle name, because his last name is
Yeah, Wind
Iron
and
Maul. It's
Fire.
canonical, because he's Kargoth's brother. But he now has a point of inspiration because Chris spent 50 points of XP on Twitch to give it to him.
Thank
Which
you.
is fantastic. So we have Tom can still spend inspiration because he's got 91 XP. Jen has 94 XP for that.
I do.
However, Matt has 134 XP.
Hogger.
Maybe he's been playing the mini games or something, but at 100 points, you could spend 100 points to have me answer any yes or no question on the campaign. I'd have to answer truthfully.
Who dies?
I already.
That's not a
That's
yes
not a
or
yes or
no.
no question.
That's not a yes or no.
The answer
No.
would be yes.
Does
Well, I'm saving.
Because
I'm saving up.
who was in Idano? Who was one of the
This-
people in Idano?
Phoenix
This
die?
is true.
And he died.
This is true.
Does Phoenix
Yes.
die? That should be the question.
But
Yes.
it's a statement, not a question.
Shall we continue with the body
Yeah,
of the
let's maybe. Yeah. That.
Okay. So, with your amazing senses of smell, you are able to follow the trail. I was referring to Ari. No. You are able to follow the trail to the north. It's not straight north, and there's twists and turns, but you're able to follow it pretty well. Anne was the only human to come through here, so her scent stands out from all the plant matter that you're smelling otherwise. And you eventually come to a clearing that has two very large trees in the middle of it. They are incredibly large compared to the other trees. Most of this forest appears to be like new growth, where most of the trees are no more than maybe about 1.5 feet in diameter. These trees are like 5 feet across on their trunks. And they're very close together. They almost grow out of the same spot. They sort of twist around each other a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna shift out of the creepy do form back to his normal form.
Okay.
He just wants to. He's gonna. Excuse me. He's gonna kind of walk over to the to one of the trees and just kind of put his hand on it. Just
I put Anne's body down gently and draw my axe just in case.
Ari, you hear a voice in your head. You haven't heard it for a few days.
No, it's been quiet.
Yeah.
give them a mute.
I wish.
Well, the anime got kind of bored when you were just scribing spells for 6 days.
Good.
It loves when you use spells. It's not so fond of just copying things down. But the voice says, "This is not a good place. Something died here."
Can I make a nature check on the tree?
Go ahead.
It's a tree.
Oh, it certainly is.
But is it more than a tree?
11. So it's a tree.
It's a
You
white
don't-
tree.
You don't like this tree.
Oh,
Or actually, no. You, because I've read your backstory,
yes.
you do like this tree. This is a cool looking tree. You don't normally see trees like this. It's very interesting.
This is a place of death.
That's bad, right?
The large man speaks the truth. Something really bad died here. Something like the demons my former master was infatuated with.
All right. That's not something we want to deal with. Preferably.
I would very much like to leave now.
Anywhere you want to leave probably is something we should eradicate.
Yes, very much so.
Would
All right, well then
without knowing what it is first.
I'm okay
Ari's going
with
to start
this.
to.
Well, this conversation is only happening in Ari's head right now.
Yeah,
I know, but
But at
even
this point-
as a player, just that's terrifying.
And I'm okay with destroying this. Let me help you.
That would be no. I will take care of this on my own. Ari will begin to perform his detect magic ritual. Hopefully he
Okay.
can dig up something here at this point.
Okay, about 1 minute in, you realize that you're not going to have time to finish this ritual.
Yeah, it's a 10-minute ritual
Yes.
because something's going to interrupt. I figured
There
as
is
much, but-
movement. There is a significant amount of movement. There's a lot more movement than you are comfortable with.
Yeah.
Were you in
Where?
the clearing?
From the trees?
I know Earth was in the
Um,
clearing.
Yes, I followed my brother.
No, I
Okay.
would have gone to just either side because I would have wanted to examine the whole clearing under the detect magic. I wouldn't necessarily have been right in the middle of it.
Okay.
So I would have just gone off to either side.
Well, that's unfortunate.
And where is Anne?
The other giant
Kargoth.
set her down. Argoth.
Okay, so her body is done. Where is the ghost? With the body? Somewhere else?
Argoth?
I'm assuming still on me.
He set the body down. That was the last thing I remember him
Right,
saying.
I got that. I'm just trying to sort where the other Anne is.
As
Okay,
she's
and
still
Meepo, where
on
are
my
you?
back.
That's why I'm trying to sort out. I want to know where my friend is.
Oh, there they are.
Is Anne still on my back?
Yes.
Okay,
I
then I'm
would
going to
like-
go stand near him.
I don't like it here. I don't like it here.
I don't like it here either, but I think we're
Well,
going to be okay.
We'll protect you, Puppet. Don't worry.
I will protect you, Anne. And I would like to cast Gentle Repose on her.
What does that do?
You touch a corpse or other remains. For the duration, the target is protected from decay and can't become undead. Spell also effectively extends the time limit on raising the target from dead. Since days spent under the influence of the spell don't count against the time limit of spells and such. So basically, I want to keep somebody else from trying to raise her.
Okay. Kargoth, you feel Anne shiver
What did
when
you
the
do?
spell is cast.
I'm protecting her from the darkness. Trust me, brother.
Always.
So what he has to do is he kind of reaches inside his robes and he brings out a little pinch of salt, and then he has two little copper pieces, and he puts a copper piece on each of her eyes, and then kind of rubs the salt on her and just kind of waves his hands over, and probably like a blackish cloud is around her, but it's not hurting her. It's just sort of like encasing her.
Okay.
She is protected now from the darkness.
Seeing all the movement around.
Yeah, a lot of the trees you walked past weren't trees.
Yep. Can I take my great axe?
You're going to chop some wood?
Cut my wrist. And as the blood starts to pour and caress onto the blade sets on fire.
And heavy metal music plays in the background.
That character is so metal.
And at that point, Crash, I would like to activate my hybrid.
Describe for our viewers at home and the party involved what happens.
As the blade sets alight, I drop both my arms to my side. The veins start to pump out, and fur begins to grow on Kargoth's skin. His teeth grow, a snout forms, his hands turn to claws, and he turns into a werewolf.
Wow, that's a neat alter self.
This went from a horror movie all the way to Twilight.
For the record, nothing here is sparkling. Well, no, that's not true. That's not true, but Meepo does know prestidigitation.
Right, yeah. So
if she makes him a sparkly werewolf, I will be highly upset. If Punk was here, he'd attack.
For the record, Oben can make things sparkly as well.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. No, she's pretty impressed with that trick. She's never seen that.
Werewolves
So
don't
as far
sparkle.
as Meepo's concerned, the two of you are both sorcerers. That must be the answer.
And Meepo's just glad that now someone else in the party has a tail.
Yeah.
Only Kargoth is fluffy.
Yeah, Meepo's not fluffy.
We are a strange family.
Kargoth, you are dimly aware that Anne giggles a little bit and says your fur tickles. At this point, I think it's safe to say we should probably roll for initiative.
Okay.
So just one question. So does that make her a ghost rider?
Oh.
I love this game so much. Ari,
Okay.
what's your role? Don't say wizard. Don't say wizard.
Stepped away.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, let's move down the line then. Phoenix, what's your role?
19.
I bumped the mute.
That's okay. What'd you get?
13.
13.
I said class clown.
Also acceptable. Kargoth.
15.
Meepo.
I got rolled a 17, and I have
So,
a plus
okay.
1 to initiative, so 18.
Actually,
All right.
the more I think about it, Ari's probably the jerk who would remind teachers of homework.
Definitely.
Obain got a nat 20. Healer's going first. Oh, and I've got Shepherd on here still.
He ain't here, honey.
No, he's not. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
15.
Brothers with the same rules. That's twice that's happened tonight.
All right. Round 1. Fight.
Ryu, are you?
Bad.
Obaim's going first. He is... Well, no one needs healing right now.
No.
So he is going to open up by providing some guidance, as religious figures tend to do. That would be with a guiding bolt. That is a 15 on the die. And that is a hit. Welcome to Dungeons & Dragons, the part of the game where the DM plays against characters created and controlled by the DM. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Oh, I keep forgetting this thing. That's 46 damage. Not 46,
Yeah.
4d6.
Yeah. It's a hefty spell for first level.
Plus, given the next attack advantage, that's a good one.
So that's 16 points damage. Ari, you were close to the edge of this clearing. So two plant creatures that appear to be made of vines just sort of like pop out of the ground next to you. But one of them acquires a bit of extra sparkle.
Okay.
And is bloodied by that. I forgot how powerful that spell was. Phoenix, you're up.
I'm gonna attack it.
Attack what?
The bloodied one.
There's all kinds of trees near you. You want to attack
I want
the
to
one
attack the
that's
bloodied.
Okay. So roll at advantage.
Just think they're wagons in their larval stage.
Well, this wagon is a 27.
Yeah, you hit it.
Wait, was that a natural 20?
No, he has +9.
Oh, damn.
He's got a +2 weapon. And he's a duelist. And using a one-handed weapon, so
14.
you cut this thing in twain.
This reminds me of old times.
He likes this place.
Meepo, your turn.
Okay, so I'm trying to understand how many enemies are there and where are they in relation?
You can't count them.
Oh, that's okay. She probably can't anyway, but okay. And they look like trees.
They all look like trees. Now the two, I forget what you told me. You said you were close to Ari, probably.
No, I thought that Anne was over by
close to
Carmen,
Anne.
so I went
Okay.
over there. Yeah.
So most of the ones near you appear to be like smallish trees, taller than you, but smaller than Mr. Ari.
Okay. Gonna use magic missile on one of the trees near me.
Okay. Give me. I keep saying insight check this time. Give me a survival check.
Okay. I got a 4. Plus, I think. +1. I have a 5.
Okay. So yeah, you're gonna send 3 magic missiles at one,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm
So
not even
that's-
gonna make you roll because your
Okay.
bonuses, because it's 1d4 + 1, so that's a minimum of 6 points of damage. This thing has 4 hit points. It explodes.
Oh, okay. Got him. Yay.
There's little bits of rotting wood raining down around you. There's a small crater where it was.
I did good.
The survival check was to see if you would realize that maybe you could split it between multiples.
Oh, well, last time she just hit with. Well, no, she's done both, so I don't know. She just did that.
Okay. Ari? There is a creature made of vine that's right next to you, but there are plenty of ones made of twigs surrounding the clearing that are approaching the entire party.
Okay, so first up, Ari will cast Mage Armor upon himself
All right?
and be ready for an attack.
Okay. Kargoth.
How far am I away from the one that's next to Ari?
That's a
Um,
vine creature of some kind, correct?
Yep.
I would say you are within 30 feet.
I run to that and take 2 swings at it.
I'm not sure you can.
What do you mean?
I'm saying that because I've looked at your character sheet and I'm not sure there'll be anything left for the second swing. But by all means, please tell me what you
I'll
roll.
do the first one first. Okay, I'll do the first one. And that is a 21 to hit.
Yep.
I need a D12 and a D4. So that is 12 points of slashing and 3 points of fire.
Okay, 12 points of slashing. And let me check on this particular... Oh, no, this one is just going to take 3 points of fire.
Okay.
The twig blights, I think, are weak to fire, so they'll take double damage, but this vine blight seems to have a bit more moisture inside of him.
Still alive?
Still alive. Bloodied.
I'll take the second swing. That is a 15 to hit.
That is also a hit.
7 plus 4 is... So it's 11 points of slashing and 1 point of fire.
It goes down. It doesn't explode, but it's sort of like... It's the equivalent of an explosion. If there wasn't everything getting thrown, it just sort of dismantles itself into component parts and collapses to the ground.
And as it drops, I lean back and howl.
Your howl is answered.
Uh-oh.
Yes, seriously?
Not with another howl. With a loud, echoing, incredibly long-winded hoot.
Mr. Hoots.
You
Mr.
feel the
Hoots.
ground rumbling a little bit under your feet. And from your position, you are somewhat amused, actually. Because going from right to left, you just see this lumbering form of an owlbear coming through the fog and trampling twig blights in its wake. Like, it's not even stopping to take swipes. It's just running through them.
Bravo!
Oh my gosh, that was in character. That makes it even better. Earth, it's your turn. You're standing in the middle of this clearing, about 30 feet from everyone fighting at the edge.
Is there anything big near me, like a big tree, like any of the bigger things near me?
There are 2 big trees right next to you, but
Okay.
the advancing wave is coming from outside the clearing.
Okay. Let's see here. That's okay, because I thought about using Ray of Enfeeblement, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the cantrip Chill Touch, and to create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of the creature within range, and basically the hand just sits on them and does necrotic damage.
Okay.
So on the hit, the target takes 1d8 necrotic damage, and it can't regain hit points until the start of your next target.
Okay.
So he is going to reach out and touch someone.
Okay. There's a particularly nasty-looking creature that appears to be made of spikes or needles.
Does it appear to be undead, though?
It does not appear to be undead more than the rest of these creatures are. It is made of plant material.
Okay.
It stands out because most of these creatures are twig blights.
Okay.
This is not a twig blight. This is a different kind of blight.
Okay. So this thing looks like it's covered in needles, then, you said?
It covered in or made from needles, thorns, stuff like that.
Okay. Orth is going to look right at him and be like, "You villain, taste death." So he's going to hit this sucker.
Just so you know.
21 to hit.
That is a hit.
Alrighty, so he does. It was 2d8 necrotic. So. Only 7 points of damage.
Okay. It appears to rot before your eyes, but it takes notice of you, realizes that you're the one doing it.
It should.
Now, you just described this to me. Can it move?
The hand?
No, the thing you're attacking.
Oh, yeah. I think it can still move. It's just basically this hand is like clinging on to it, doing necrotic damage. So
okay, so yeah,
I'm picturing like a skeletal hand, kind of look like cousin, from the Addams Family.
Okay, so yeah, there's this hand that it's being face palmed, but not by its own palm. But it's looking through the fingers at you, and it's probably gonna come over and say hello to you in a little bit.
I welcome its advance.
Okay, and because I didn't take Shepard out of the initiative order, somewhere in Coomridge, Shepard chases a squirrel and is in turn chased by an animated suit of armor going, "Mr. Fluffytail, no!" Back to the rest of the party. So it's the tree's turn. The one that Earth is in front of.
Did you get my initiative?
You've went.
Yeah.
Oh,
you did mage armor.
Mage armor. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm thinking,
It's okay.
I thought it was back around to the top already, and we missed it.
Nope.
Yeah,
No, I think
this
we
is
still
what
got
we
five
get
to
when
go.
we have so many players. We forget if we've gone or not.
Yeah.
I'm almost at the bottom of this initiative order, by the way.
Okay.
But, so soon, TM.
Okay. There we go. I have the wrong spell page up. That's why.
Okay. So
I'm looking at the wrong side.
I copied down your armor class, Earth.
Is
You're
the
at
tree
11.
attacking my brother?
The tree he's in front of, that he's turned his back to.
Use my reaction to cast Blood Maledict on it to give it disadvantage on its attack roll.
How many rolls does that work for?
Once per short rest.
Okay,
But it'll be for everything this turn.
Okay, so that was a 17 on the die, and I re-rolled it and got a 17.
And is it undead?
No.
Because it has because I was gonna say because if it's undead, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against me. So.
And the other roll was a 16, but I will roll again for that. That's an 8. So that second attack is going to miss, but the first attack is a hit.
Okay.
And that is going to do... as a branch attack.
I would like to rage.
16 points of damage.
Oh!
One of the branches above you just swings down right on top of you. Two of them actually swing down right on top of you, but one of them hits and one of them misses. One of them slams the ground next to you and leaves an indentation.
And this was the one that was full of needles, right?
No. This was... Remember there were 2 large trees in the middle of the clearing that were exceptionally large?
Yeah.
One of them just moved and attacked your large friend.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And it's not done. It is also going to try grasping roots. That is a 1. I don't think I need to re-roll that to see what disadvantage is. So roots spring up from the ground all around Earth as well. But they spring up and arc around and try to grapple him, and every single one of them goes in the wrong direction. If anything, it has actually made the ground a bit smoother for you to walk across. And it's going to try that again because it gets 2 attacks like that. It gets you the second time. And give me... Actually, no, you got to do this on your turn. So, your Earth is grappled, but that's the end of that.
Okay.
The other tree attacks you. You take another 16 points of damage.
Oh.
Are you alive?
I'm at 6 hit points.
Obame's turn.
Well chip.
Obame casts Guiding Bolt. No. Well, he just saw someone take 32 points of damage in one round. So he is going to cast a healing spell at a higher level. He hoofs it over. He's going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level. Actually, heck with it. 3rd level. $20 hit points healed.
Gracias.
One of those rolls is a 1, but...
The other ones were 7s, so...
Yeah.
Made up for it.
For our listening audience at home, I used a bot in Discord. That's why everyone knows what I rolled.
Yay!
Phoenix, it's your turn. You want to deal with trash mobs or the big bads?
The big bads.
Okay. You're going to have to hoof it.
I'm going to hoof it.
Okay. So you charge over. There are 2 trees that have large limbs that they're swinging around. Neither one's injured, so you can take your pick what you do.
I want to pick the one that's actually doing like the most damage to them.
They both did equal amounts of damage, and Earth is grappled, but he's grappled by roots that are coming out of the ground, so you don't know which tree did that.
Alright, I'm just gonna attack randomly. I'm gonna hit, I don't know, like the one farthest to the left.
Uh,
29, natural 20.
Natural 20?
Yeah.
That is glorious to hear. Roll twice as many die.
19 damage.
Okay, a sizable chunk of the trunk flies off. Not halfway through, mind you, but it has noticed you. Meepo.
Okay, so how close am I to the big trees we were just talking about? I'm having a really hard time visualizing.
You're about a train length away.
Okay, so that is not near me.
If you stay right where you are, you don't think these trees could attack you unless they got up and walked over to you. But considering the rest of the forest, that's not something that's unimaginable.
Okay.
However, these big trees also seem to be doing the most damage to the party right now.
Right, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna... I'm gonna do magic missile again because I can target that one at one of the big trees.
Okay.
And what do I roll? 1d4?
3d4 plus 3.
Okay. So I've
Now,
got...
if you
Yes?
want, you could have Discord roll for you.
Does that mean I have to type numbers?
You would have to type numbers, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna just roll numbers. Okay, I got a 3
Okay, so that's 4 points.
and a 4
That's 9 points.
and a 2.
12 points.
Okay.
Okay, so beams of light shoot from your fingertips, arc through the air in a strange pattern because this is an anime apparently, and they can't go in straight lines, and go
Just do
into
backflips and crap.
and then go into the same tree that Phoenix was trying to chop down. Ari's turn.
Okay. We have the two big trees, and we have the horde of twig blights running towards us.
There's significantly fewer twig blights, and a bit of a path that's been carved out by a rampaging owlbear.
Okay.
Someone's taking care of the trash mobs for you.
Okay. Well, I was going to do something else because I forgot the owlbear wasn't there. I don't want to burn the owlbear, so. Ari will then. The two trees are now focused on Punk, correct? I'm sorry, Earth.
Yes, and
'Cause
Punk
they've got
is
him held.
really unnerved by this.
Yeah.
Because he does not like being touched.
Yeah.
Also, he's just looking at these two trees on the farm, and he's like, "Why I oughta?" The acorn falls out of the tree, hits him on the forehead again.
So happy we have a farm.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with something simple for now. Then, trees probably don't like fire, so we're going to try firebolt. On the roots are coming out of the ground, actually, right?
Yes.
Or the vines or whatever that are using to hold Punk. Neither of the trees, Earth. Neither of each tree is actually touching him, other than pounding him with their tree-like fists.
It doesn't take much to assume that they look more like roots than vines.
Okay.
The roots coming out of the ground are probably connected to these trees, but the connection is underground.
Okay. I would like to try to focus the firebolt on the grasping vines or roots to attempt to free Earth.
Okay.
And that is a 17 plus 7 is
That's a hit.
24. All right. Where's my D10s? There's D10s. Ooh, 19 fire damage.
Okay, Earth. Right now, the only thing grappling you is ash, and it sort of just flakes away, and you are no longer grappled.
Yay.
Which is great, because you were about to take damage when it was your turn.
Yeah, I figured if he's being held, it might make it easier for them to hurt him.
Thank you.
But the roots themselves also do damage.
Oh, sure, but it probably give them advantage to attack him. So,
well, that too. Kargoth, it's your turn, and I need to plug in my headset real quick.
Okay. I'll wait till the headset's plugged in.
There we go. As
Okay.
Ari's rolling damage, I'm like hearing a beeping noise in my ear, and I'm like, if I take them off now, I'm gonna miss something important.
I'm within 30 feet
Yes.
of the big tree thing. Okay. Rush at it, and I will use my inspiration to get advantage on my first attack roll.
For the record, it's a tree. You're not quite sure if you could miss it.
That's not what I'm hoping for, though.
but it is moving,
Oh.
so it might
I know.
dodge.
I know what you're trying to do.
Come on. Natural 20. I rolled a 10 and a 20.
I have to adjust this now. Thank you. Okay, roll me some damage.
Ooh, nice. Okay. 25 points of slashing damage. And 4 points of fire damage. For my first attack.
The question is, does this take extra damage from fire? It does not. Oh, but apparently it does double damage against buildings. That's good to know, but it doesn't help us in this case. However, I would suggest not going into an outhouse to hide from these. There would be a Jurassic Park moment.
Second attack.
Go right ahead.
That would be a plus 7, 23 to hit.
That's a hit. For the record again, it's a tree.
I know.
I know.
And that
Everyone's
is
just doing so much more on their attack rolls than they need for this.
12 points of slashing and 3 points of fire.
So 15 total.
Yes.
Alrighty. It is not bloodied, but some of the smaller limbs of this thing are on the ground. Earth.
All right. I would like to use Wild Shape to become a bear, but he
Brown bear.
is. He is a brown bear, but he's more kind of gray, and he kind of has some parts that almost look like there's like bones sticking out. He's
Okay.
kind of he's
This bear's seen some things.
yes, again, like the dog, it's recognizable for what it is, but it has kind of a creepy look to
Undead
it.
kind of look to it.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Now that we've said brown bear, and I've said it's seen some things, now I'm just thinking of the children's book. Brown bear, what do you see?
Everything.
The
Oh,
abyss.
no.
We don't want to know, man.
I don't recommend it.
All right. Am I able to attack as well, or is that my turn is changing?
Wild Shape's a bonus action.
Yeah, so you got
Okay.
your attacks to
Okay.
go.
Okay.
And Brown Bear has multi-attack, so you get 2 attacks.
That's what I was hoping. So, so Mr. Needleman, Mr. Needletree, there is still up.
It is. It hasn't had its turn yet, but also
Okay.
you do realize that there are 2 very large trees that have been swinging at you with very large branches.
If you
Yeah.
do,
Kill the needle thing because that's what killed the girl. He thinks. All right, yeah, he'll just attack the nearest tree to him, and he's just gonna swipe at it with his claw.
Yeah, I don't want to be the one that controls your character, but at the same time, the tree directly behind you did like 32 points of damage to you in one round.
Yeah, it almost one-shot you.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
You
All right,
might
that
want to
means-
take that out.
All right, he'll spin at that one and swipe at it with his claws. I have no idea what the bear's statistics are.
I will get that for you.
Give me some die rolls first, though.
Okay.
While we
so is
wait.
it still just? Is it still my normal to hit, or am I using the bear's?
No, so you use the bear's strength modifier plus your proficiency.
Okay.
Brown bear?
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. I linked it. Brown bear's strength is so it'd be a +4 plus your proficiency of 3, so it's a +7.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Okay. So. So I'm adding 7 to my roll.
Yes.
All right. A 25 then.
All right.
So for
I hit him?
for the claw, that's 2d6 plus 4,
Jeez.
and then you've still got your bite as well.
16 damage.
Okie doke. It's bloody.
Ah.
And bite is the d20 plus 7 again.
Okay. Let's bite. That sounds good. 26.
It does not taste good.
It is a 1d8 plus 4.
Okay. 9.
9?
All
You have 34 whale-shaped hit points, by the way.
Okay. What does that mean?
You have 34 temporary hit points. Once it drops
Oh,
down,
I
you
gotcha.
drop back to your normal form.
I got you. I'm sorry. Okay.
But that's extra hit points on top of what you already had. So
Yes.
you could take that bludgeoning you got last time again.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Oh, I see where I can put those. Okay, in temporary hit points. All right. So 34. Okay. Awesome.
Druids are overpowered. I love them. They're so much fun.
It is Shepard's turn.
Still chasing that squirrel.
No, he's running away from the squirrel.
Oh, Shepard.
They're apparently playing tag.
Ah.
We have a pair at my house that do that. It drives my dog crazy.
But Ross, the animated armor, hasn't realized they're playing tag, so now he's chasing after Mr. Fluffytail because he doesn't want Mr. Vex to get mad at him. He's having a bad day.
Oh.
Okay, Tree Blight's turns. Plural. All right, so one of them is going to take first a swing at Earth. That is a 2. It's also going to swing at Kargoth. That rolled under my book. That is not a 2. That is plus. That's a 15.
Barely has. That's my armor class.
All right, and in the event of a tie, it's a hit. So, time to roll damage. That is a branch attack, so that's 3d6 plus 6.
What type of damage is it?
It is bludgeoning.
I take half because I'm liking.
You're liking it.
And we like that, yep.
Oh, no, that doesn't hit! While you're not wearing heavy armor, you gain +1 to AC. My AC is 16 right now.
So it just misses.
It just misses.
Okay.
Oh, I just read that.
He's also going to try to grapple the two of you again.
Okay.
Well, one of you again, one of you for the first time.
Right, so it's a acrobatics or athletics check for us, right?
It's a roll to hit. Which it has a +9 for.
Okay.
And then probably a saving throw.
And then during your turn, you have the option of trying to escape with a DC 15.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
so,
it's like the Kraken tentacles. Okay.
Yeah, if they hit auto grab.
So that's
that's
a
a Kraken
17 against Kargoth. And well over 20 for Earth.
That hits.
Yeah.
Focus on the fluffy ones.
Well, it's now the other tree's turn. It's going to try to hit Obame. It hits
Didn't do
Obame.
nothing.
Remember, Obame ran over to heal you, so he's within range.
Mhm.
No.
And that is 10 points of damage. And it's going to also try to hit Phoenix. That's a hit. That's well over 20. That's 13 points of damage to Phoenix.
All right, I'm at 23.
And it's going to try to grapple both of you. Obame is grappled. Phoenix is not.
Oh god, I would have been dead.
I rolled a 1
whoa.
for you. All right, so that's their turns. By the way, Earth, you're fairly certain that the needle creature would have gotten to you by now, but it hasn't. You're kind of distracted, though.
Grr.
It is Obame's turn. He's going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on Phoenix. Since the two of you happen to be right next to each other, he can still do that while grappled. That's 2d8 plus 5. So that heals you for 18.
Hey, I'm almost max.
However, that was at the start of his turn. He's going to take damage from the root attack. He can try to escape. He does not. And he's going to take 1d6 plus 6 bludgeoning damage. 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
9.
Yeah.
You betcha.
And this wounded, he probably still has more hit points than some of you do at max. He's at 34. Phoenix, your turn. Sorry?
The one that hit me last time, I want to hit it again.
Well, it's the start of your turn. I forgot to do this at the beginning of Obame's turn, so I went back and did it. Give me a... Let's see, what is this? Give me a strength check.
But I thought he wasn't grappled.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. So yeah, you're going to attack the tree. Go ahead.
Fire breath.
Oh, shall I? You know what? No one whispered to me at all.
It was the voice of Punk.
Yeah. I'm going to use Dragon Breath.
It was the voice of Vex, in all honesty, because he's the one who has said more often than anyone else to burn it to the ground.
Accurate.
Yeah,
Very
just like
accurate.
when Mom calls you like someone from England.
Okay, so you are going to have to roll damage, but I need to check something on here.
We're all going to be in range of it.
No. Well, if he tries to breathe fire on the roots that are grappling people, yes. If he's breathing fire on the trees, no. Phoenix, do you have a preference?
No. I want to do it on the tree.
Okay. Just throwing it out there. You could breathe fire on the roots, and you might be able to free everyone. Or
But we'd also take damage.
Well, they'd be free and on fire.
I will. And
They would
everyone's
burn
not
free as the wind blows.
All right,
no.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Oh no, Kargot's gonna kill him.
You are actually going to breathe fire on your party?
No.
You're going to try to breathe fire on the trees.
Yes, I suppose.
Okay,
Yeah.
I need to roll Constitution saves for them. The target number based on the description of your ability is 10, and they... What's their modifier? They fail.
All right.
They're going to take max damage from this. So, well, not max, but full damage.
Whatever he rolls.
Yeah, so 2d6.
Did we lose him?
Might have.
Logan,
Oh, I'm here. I didn't hear your voice.
roll 2d6.
$11.
Okay. Oh, fun fact. When you get to 6th level, you roll 4d6. Yeah, so at one level, it's going to double.
Oh, that's useful.
Okay. Now, you don't see these trees taking extra damage from the fire. They are full of sap, but they're not in a good way. One of them's in more of a good way than the other one. You've been focusing your fire on the one that struck first, for the most part. And that one appears to be almost down. The other one is, except for the fact that it's looking very sickly, it's looking very healthy. Meepo's turn.
Okay, who's still grappled?
I think the two giants and
the two Goliaths.
Obame.
Okay, so she's tried this before. She's going to use prestidigitation to clean roots off of Mr. Obame, and if she can do more than just him, she'll try that as well.
Okay, so what's going to happen there is he's going to have advantage when he tries to break free. Because you are helping him.
Okay. And then is my turn done or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because casting is... You could move around if you wanted to, but you seem to be in a fairly safe place where nothing's trying to get at you. There were some twig blights that were heading your way, and now they're in a giant owlbear footprint.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to ungrapple or help whoever's grappled to ungrapple on there.
Okay.
Prestidigitation. Mm-hmm.
Ari, your turn.
Okay.
There's a voice.
He's asking or providing.
I can finish this so much faster. Use me.
I'm sure you can. No. Ari will then try to... The two giant trees, are they back to back, face to face?
You don't see faces on them, but they are right next to each
Right.
other.
Okay. So is Ari in a position to line up a lightning bolt that would hit both of them?
Yes. Now,
I don't want to try to hit party members if I can avoid it.
traditionally, you don't want to be near a tree that gets struck by lightning.
Exactly. Which is something I'm trying to avoid if possible.
I think we're all in melee range.
That's
Yeah,
why I didn't
well-
use lightning bolt. Yeah.
Well-
Well, Meepo isn't. She'll be fine.
Yeah, the thing is, lightning bolt's a line as opposed to like fireball, which, everybody would then be in formation.
Real world physics, it would be really bad. But
You're
real
right,
world
but this is
physics, you
D&D
wouldn't have
physics.
someone throwing lightning bolts out of his fingertips.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Are they
I'm
large
going to
enough?
allow
Like
it.
I could. Okay. Are they large? Basically, I want to try to hit both of them without really hurting the party.
You can angle it for that, yes.
Okay. So if I have to move, I will move to do that. If I'm okay where I'm at, then I will stay put.
You are okay where you're at
Okay.
this point.
Then we will roll, and the one is more hurt than the other, correct? Or is that we can't tell bloodied versus not bloodied on any of these?
They're both a bit on fire, but one of them is missing huge chunks out of it, and currently has a bear chewing on it.
All right. Then I will just roll the damage, and they will have their dexterity saving throw. I don't know how dexterous trees are, but I'm going to guess maybe not very.
They do not have a bonus to their dexterity modifier.
All right. Then their DC is 15.
Make like a tree and leave.
Yeah.
One saves, one does not.
Okay. All right. That's 10, 19, 22, 26, 28. Oh, and I got to roll one more. Sorry. I only rolled 6. 31.
Is that all?
Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 6. 8d6.
He's being sarcastic. That's a lot of damage. Okay, so this lightning bolt goes through the air, and one of them is a bit more on fire than it used to be. The other one is a lot more on fire than it used to be, and kind of split partway down the middle. Earth, for the record, you're grappled, but you're still chewing on this thing with your bite. Maggots rain down on top of you.
Sweet. Now it's on fire.
Yeah, it's not your turn yet. I'm just saying what's happening after it gets struck by lightning and splits apart.
Okay.
It's almost your turn because right now it's Kargoth's turn.
Right. Okay.
So give me a strength save.
I have advantage on those because I'm liking. Save is +7, so 21.
Okay. So you break free, but you also take, and I'm reducing this already for you because I know you're taking half damage from bludgeoning attacks. You take 5 points of damage from this root as you're breaking free.
Okay.
Is that his action to break free?
I'm not going to have it be.
Okay.
That would prolong the combat a bit more, and it's already after 10.
Gotcha.
I would like to swing 2 attacks.
Okay.
He took damage upon breaking free, so there's the balance. All right.
Well, you take damage at the beginning of your turn, no matter what.
Right.
And you either break free or you don't.
Right.
Okay. There's both of them are still up.
Yes.
Okay.
One of them's a lot more up than the other. Sorry.
The one that looks the weakest, I like to swing at.
Okay.
That's a lot. 18 plus 7.
25.
Yeah, that's a hit.
6 points of slashing, 3 points of fire.
It is still up.
7 points of slashing because I keep forgetting to add that +1.
It is still up.
Okay, second swing. A lot. 21 to hit.
Okay, and with the pluses that you've already talked about, how do you want to do this?
I want to cut that SOB straight down the middle.
Okay. The split had already started thanks to Arya's lightning bolt. It didn't go all the way down. And you've never really been one to let a task go unfinished. So you help Arya out. And now there's 2 halves of a tree that are timbering down on either side. And Earth, you're free before your turn starts.
Yay. Okay, so we still have one tree.
Still have one tree, and it's your turn.
Where's Mr. Needleman?
You don't see him.
All right.
Who wore the brown pants?
Yeah. Now this tree is on fire, and I'm biting it.
Well, the leaves above you, the branches above you are on fire. That lightning bolt was angled upwards.
Yeah, he's not taking any real damage from that. It's just annoying him.
Okay.
Yeah,
I tend not to bite things that are on fire.
It's a facade.
All right, then he is going to just slash at the tree with his claws. So let's see, that was a.
For the record, My Fellow Americans is a fantastic movie. I can't believe my wife picked it out when we watched it together, but it's a wonderful movie.
Is that the one with Garner and Lemon?
I forget. That's where I got mispronouncing facade from.
11. He's not going to hit with that one.
No.
So he gets a second attack, so he's going to swing with that, and that's an 18.
That's a hit.
Okay, so that was. Sorry, I know I'm slowing us down here.
Not as much as me when I'm rolling for Obame against the other things I'm controlling.
2d6.
Yeah, that's what that is.
15 points of damage.
That is significant. Okay. You hear a thump, 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 and suddenly there are two bear-like creatures, bear-adjacent creatures, attacking this tree at the same time. You, Mr. Brown Bear that's seen some things, and Mr. Hoots.
Roar.
Those are 2 hits.
Where's a ranger when you need one?
But if the ranger was with us, it would be like 11 o'clock, and he'd be on the second round of combat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Doing a backflip off something first.
Because as soon as you got to the clearing, you would have used all 3 charges of your bag of tricks.
Mm-hmm. Kargat doesn't have that, so you don't have to worry about that.
When is a ranger like a cop?
So I'm supposed to roll a d10 for this, and the d10 I picked up is the one with the zeros after the numbers, and I'm like, wow, 30 points of damage. No, that's a 3. Not
you
the
rolled the
same
percent
thing.
dice.
No, I have to roll a d10 for that. It does get a +5. And for the damage for the claws, which also hit, that's 16. Shepard's turn. I'm just going to keep talking about what Shepard's doing because he's in the initiative order and I don't know how to take him out of it. So at this point, Ross is being chased by Shepard and Mr. Fluffytail. He doesn't know how this happened. Okay, Tree Blight's turn. Because that is what you're fighting. Okay, it is... How about I have that character sheet open? That is a 19 against Kargoth.
Hat.
That's going to be 16 points of damage.
Bludgeoning?
Yes, so 8 points of damage. I'm going with the average damage to speed things up a bit.
Okay.
And that is a 21 points of damage. Well, not against you this time.
Oh.
No, that's against Obame. Obame is more than bloodied. And it is going to try to grapple Earth. That's a nat 20.
Ouch.
And it is also going to grapple Phoenix with an unnatural 20. But my understanding of this, I could be reading it wrong, is that you don't take damage yet. You're going to take damage at the start of your turn. It is Obame's turn. Does anyone have less than 18 hit points?
Not anymore.
Ari is well above that.
But I took damage this turn. So I need to do a wisdom save on my turn.
Okay. Well, he's going to cast Cure Wounds on himself at this point, but he's only going to do it at level 1. He heals 7 whole points. Phoenix.
Yes.
Give me a strength check.
Sure. Oh my. 23?
Okay, so you flex and you are free. But you do take 9 points of damage in the process.
Then wow.
You also have an attack.
Wait, I have an attack?
Well, it's your turn, so you can attack.
Okay, alright, I'll attack him. Was a 17? Okay, that's 16.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, no, 26, sorry.
Well, you know what? We've also forgotten something, because you're 5th level. You get 2 attacks per turn. Not 1.
Yep, paladins get 2 attacks.
Oh, wait, yeah, I'm a 5th level paladin, yeah.
Yeah. So, give me damage for your first attack.
Yeah,
Depending on-
14.
And roll for your second attack.
There's a type of paladin that doesn't really like plant creatures or something.
12.
Phoenix is the kind of paladin that doesn't like wagon creatures.
Yeah.
You rolled a 12, you said?
Yes.
Or that was 12 with your modifier?
Oh, sorry. I actually rolled for my attack damage. My actual roll is 28 for a hit.
Okay. Let's just take the 12 to speed things up, because that was a damage roll.
Yeah.
Okay. This second tree is beyond bloodied from those 2 hits. Meepo's turn.
Light it up.
Okay. So yeah, I was gonna throw a fireball. Tree. One of those trees. Whichever one is
you will encompass all of the melee fighters.
Oh,
if
okay.
you
I don't
cast
want
a
to do that
fireball here.
then.
What
Yeah.
did Ari teach you firebolt or no?
I don't know. She's got it.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I could do magic missile again. And direct it.
Firebolt might do more damage though, depending on your 2d10s.
But is it going to damage the party? That's like
No,
You
firebolt.
You can
not
angle it.
Fireball.
firebolt.
Yeah,
Fireball.
fireball
Okay.
is a sphere. Firebolt
Right.
Okay.
is a line.
No, she has firebolt. So that when you direct.
Yeah, that one
Is that
you
right?
would roll a d20.
Right.
Okay.
You roll a d20 to attack with.
Okay. So then I'm going to do that. And there are 2 trees still battling.
No,
is
just
that
one
correct?
tree.
No, what?
There's 1 tree, then that's the one I'm going to hit. So I roll a 20
And add 6.
and add 6. Okay,
Yeah.
so what did I get? I rolled 1 plus 6. 7.
Okay. A 1 is an automatic failure. So
Oh, I missed.
yeah.
Okay.
Give me a dexterity check.
Dexterity check. Okay, so I roll a 20. And it's rolled a 1 again, actually, and
Oh.
dexterity is plus.
Okay. Well, you hit something.
Hopefully not the owlbear.
Which one?
Yeah. Oh no.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Earth can take it.
Kargath could probably take it as well, no problem.
Roll damage for Earth. I rolled a die to see who you hit randomly, and it landed on Earth.
Probably a good thing it's him though, because
He's
if
got
the
temporary.
DC for that wisdom check goes up, I'm probably going to be killing one of the players.
Am I rolling something? I'm trying to.
Yeah, you're
understand.
rolling damage.
Okay,
Yeah, roll
so I'm
2d10.
rolling 2d10.
2d10.
Okay, I think I have 2d10s. Yes. Okay, one is a 7, I think, and the other one I think is a 1.
Okay, so Earth takes 8 points of damage.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's all right.
Your fur is now slightly singed.
It was already kind of matted and gross anyway.
And all things considered, you actually smell a bit better.
Some
Some of the mange is gone.
some of it away. Since
Burn
he had a
some of
rain
it.
of maggots on him. So.
Yeah. Burn away the mange.
Exactly.
Now they're roasted maggots. They're a bit of a delicacy.
Are they organic? Locally sourced? So.
Depends on
No
where you were when you got
pesticides
the
have been used on them. We can say that.
Dry rubbed with spice.
Hipsters would pay a lot for them. So.
Meepo would probably like those, actually.
We have a delicate chipotle dipping sauce for them. So.
And the odd thing is, the maggots are okay, but the chipotle sauce gives you food poisoning.
Oh.
Historically, just saying.
Yeah.
It's happened a couple times. Ari, please end this thing's misery.
Oh, gladly. We will firebolt. And that is a 14 on the die plus 7 is 21.
That's a hit.
And 2d10 fire damage is 7 and 8 for 15.
I need to get out of the habit of putting the roll to hit in as the damage. Not that the players would mind you.
Yeah.
Kargoth, I believe you have a roll or two to do.
I have a wisdom saving throw to do. How much damage did I take again? Was it just the 8?
I want to say yes.
DC is 10. And I make 10 on the dot. Rolled 5 on the dice plus 5 to my wisdom save.
Okay.
I was worried I was going to go crazy and kill someone. Okay.
You would not like to rage.
No, I do not go crazy and kill someone.
All work and no play make Kargoth something something.
I will take 2 swings at the tree. First is 15 on the die plus 7, 22 to hit.
That's a hit.
That is a 14 slashing, 3 fire.
So 17 total.
Mm-hmm.
Next up.
Second strike is 13 plus 7, so 20.
That's a hit.
And even better, that's a 12 on the dice, plus 5 is 17 slashing and 2 fire.
So 19 total.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't obvious, it does not take extra damage from fire.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Earth, you are fairly certain that you will be able to score a killing blow on this thing if you have the opportunity to hit it.
I will do so. So he wants to just gonna swat at it again with his claws. 14.
D20 plus 7.
Oh,
14?
Okay.
Wait, what?
Well, I rolled a D20 plus 5, but it's supposed to be 7 for claws.
Yes, because you add the website's only adding the bear's proficiency, which is a level 1. You're adding your proficiency because you're a wild shape.
Oh.
So it's 4 plus 3, which is a 7.
Okay. Well, when I roll it again, it's 21 now to hit.
That's a hit.
All right. So and damage, 15 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
Basically, he's gonna swat his claw basically through he's just gonna his claw is just gonna go through the base of the tree.
Okay. Now, when it had full hit points, this would have been an impossible feat for you, even as large a creature as you are. But it has taken so much damage from all of these attacks, and it's currently on fire a little bit. That it's been weakened enough that you just smash right through the trunk with your claws. And it stays upright for a little bit. Like after your claw goes through, it falls down 6 inches. And then it just sort of teeters. And then falls over to the side and lays still.
He's gonna change out of bear form.
Is there anything else around us? No? Then I also drop lichen form.
Are the twig blights now eradicated thanks to the efforts of the owlbear?
Yeah.
Yes, and the owlbear is hooting a victory cry.
He's a happy owlbear.
And standing on top of the tree.
I was going to say, why am I picturing Ewoks?
I'm sorry, there was some static online or something. Why are you picturing what?
Why am I picturing Ewoks?
and are you hearing the good Ewok song, not the one
right,
that they
the
added
original
in
one.
the remake?
I only remember the original one.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
The owlbear pulls out a bunch of skulls and starts hitting them. like a percussion instrument.
Yep. I know all about that.
Burn this wretched grove.
The grove is
Anne on
currently
my
on
shoulder
fire,
that whole
so
time?
yes, you're doing a good job of that.
Was Anne on my shoulder the whole time?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is the grove tainted in some way?
Would I be able to make a roll to tell that? Nature, perhaps? Or Arcana, maybe?
I would say Arcana.
Okay. 16.
Oh, yeah. there was something really bad here. The voice in Ari's head wasn't lying.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, I wanted to lead him that way. Ari couldn't probably make this check, but I wanted to lead him that way. All right. Well, go ahead.
I think we should just burn the place.
Well, is there a way we can cleanse it?
That's not my
Cleansing
specialty.
I have a wand. I have a wand that could perhaps produce some fire.
Fire
Miles.
cleanses all people.
What was that?
I can do a lightning bolt, and that would probably be fire or something.
No, Ari's got a wand that will light
Okay.
up. Yeah.
So you can do it. You can do it.
Or could we just make a fire using our camping equipment?
Can I just walk up to something that is clearly flammable and just rub my flaming axe on it?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I forgot his flaming axe.
Considering both trees are currently on fire, if you want to walk up to something that's flammable, you might burn yourself.
There's other trees around, though.
That's what I'm thinking.
They're at
We
the edge
step
of the
back a
clearing,
bit.
yes.
We step back a bit, and Ari launches a charge from his wand.
Just burn this place.
The corruption was centered around these two trees in the middle of this clearing. Everything else
They were the
branched
one
out from that.
probably.
Burn the
They were-
trees. They're on fire already, but you might as well make it count.
I can do that. Everybody, if we all back away.
Yeah.
I pick up and corpse start walking towards the edge of the clearing.
And I'm moving away from the trees that are on fire.
I'm move away as
I
well.
don't think I was near them anyway, but
Me too.
Earth, you find the needle blight that you were targeting earlier.
Yeah.
Parts of it.
Good.
Owlbear.
He would actually like to examine it.
Okay.
If you want to do that in the next story, I know we probably got to wrap up.
Yeah, I was thinking
Alright.
this fireball would be the last thing we do. I was thinking we'd wrap up before this, but you are gung ho for cleansing everything, so I'm okay with this.
Ari's okay with nuking the site from orbit, to be sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not
Where
going to
the
make you
wagons
roll for
be with-
anything.
The
How many
wagons be
charges
with
are you
you.
going to use, though?
Just one. I figured
Okay.
that's plenty. I mean, it's a 20-foot radius blast, so it's going to cover a 40 by 40 foot cube.
Okay.
So
The
if
clearing.
that's not the whole. Yeah, it's wherever the trees were primarily standing. That's where he would center it.
The clearing is a little bit more than a 30-foot radius. So a fireball centered at the middle will not hit the stuff on the outer edges.
But if he centers it, that's really
Yeah.
where the corruption was.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
He's fine with that.
Yeah. If the trees were still animated in some way, shape, or form, there'd be some rolling going on, but otherwise they're just dead wood, so they go up in flames.
I would
you
like
hear
to.
the tiny little cries of maggots going, no, what a world, what a world.
I would like Earth to then examine or check it out again to make sure the corruption has been purged.
Okay. Another roll here. 19.
Okay. You're not sure this place will ever return to what it used to be, but the corruption, like the source of the corruption, isn't here anymore. So, like how it's, yeah, if you step into mud, you are going to push it down and leave a depression. You move your foot, nothing is pushing that down anymore.
Right.
The
it's
pressure on this area is gone.
Painted.
Right.
Okay.
The damage is done, but
Yeah. But we still don't know what kind of taint it was coming from. Was it like demonic, or it was just death in general, or
The amulet is insisting to Ari that it was demonic in nature.
okay.
Not that the
All
trees
right.
themselves were
I don't know
demonic,
that.
but something
something infested them. With
something demonic here was
Gotcha.
killed.
Right. And
and
yeah,
what
he
was left
insinuated
over.
that earlier because he talked about how he didn't even like it.
Yeah. So I figured it was something anti whatever he is. So
Yeah.
okay.
Well, it could be diabolic versus demonic because it depends on what he really is. Demons and devils often don't get along. despite their penchant for trying to attack humans.
Yeah. Okay.
So he wouldn't mention any part of it other than just ask you if the corruption is gone from this area. And if you tell him that it's the damage is done, but it's otherwise been removed, that's good enough for Ari.
Yeah. And that'll have to just do for Earth. So, all right.
Okay. And we'll worry about how this whole scenario is going to end up with little orphan Annie.
Oh God, I just realized that now.
No, because her name is Anne, not Annie.
Anne, yeah. I'm like, wait a minute.
I didn't decide to name her Anne because of little orphan Annie. I just made the connection. Believe me, I named her after somebody else.
Okay.
But we'll worry about that next week.
Okay.
Thank you all for playing. This was a lot of fun. I hope you agree.
This was fun.
Yeah, I'm enjoying myself. My regular Friday game got canceled because the DM had to go into work. And so we were all short notice, like, oh, crud, now what?
Well, Kari's happy with burn something to the ground.
What's that?
I
What?
didn't understand a word you just said there.
Will Akari be
is
happy we
happy
burned
with
something to the
Oh
to
yeah,
the
we
ground?
finally burnt something to the ground.
Somewhere in
Former
Coomridge,
Druid Grove.
yeah, somewhere in Coomridge, Vex just looks up and goes, something just got burned to the ground.
And he missed
But it was a forest.
Oh.
I feel so conflicted.
Great disturbance in the force.
As if a million trees shouted out, and then were silenced by a rampaging owlbear.
Vex versus everyone in the party.
There was fire play, and he missed it.
Let's be honest, Vex would probably still win.
Yeah.
Probably.
OP Rangers.
Only because everyone would have to make a charisma save against Shepard.
That's
burn
here's the thing,
Shepard.
Shepard is my secret weapon. No one would actually
He's
touch
not
him.
your secret weapon. There's no secret there.
Punk loves Shepard, but Punk would still.
Punk would not attack Shepard unless it went.
Yeah.
It was like trying to kill him.
He went rabid.
Exactly.
Shepard is Punk's weakness.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
If Punk's about to kill something and Shepard uses cute eyes, Punk would just be like, "Aww."
He'd probably say, "Avert your gaze, dog."
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's only one thing that would bring Punk out of his rage, distract him enough to bring him out of his rage, and that's Shepard.
Yeah. You would think it's his bet.
And we know this.
That's gold.
And we know this because Shepard survived using Punk as a stick.
Yes.
The only being
accurate.
capable of doing
Actually, there's two things that get Punk out of his rage, and that's gold and Shepard.
that. No, he would rage more because the gold is probably owned by somebody else until he's done raging.
Exactly.
And then he would start rage looting.
Must kill owners.
Why can't I carry all these gold coins? Must rage.
Must have wagon.
I'm telling you should form the Order of the Spokes.
Well, we are putting a wagon stained glass in our nice church.
Oh, and our farm. I don't think
with wagons.
No,
and,
a shape stained glass wagon.
Okay, stained glass
And
windows
Logan,
in the shape of a wagon wheel.
Yes,
like-
that's what I think you mean. That's how I understood that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Logan, I don't think you were on with the farm we're buying. One of the things
We
it's going to
bought
have
you.
is going to have a wagon repair shop.
I was drinking.
Well, it was going to have a wagon repair shop. Apparently, the wagon repair shop needs to be repaired at this point.
Some
Mistakes
vandal
were made.
broke in.
Vandal.
The mistake was you gave Fenix your address.
Exactly.
Hey guys, I got a new wagon. Aw.
All right, guys, I'm gonna log off.
right.
Me too.
Tom,
gonna
at some
get out of
point
here
I will
soon.
go through wild shaping with you because Druid's like one of the classes I play more than a ranger at. So I'll be able to help you with that.
All right, that'll work.
Okay.
All right.
Yay! Good game.
That was fun. I gotta get out of here.